You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We're going to break down it's free agency time. Not quite, but it's getting hot. Chennedy Carter spoke to us from China. Let's talk about it. You got Chennedy Carter, one of the best guards in the WNBA. Looks like there's going to be a transition move. Chennedy Carter potentially is going to find a new home. I had an opportunity to listen to her. And folks, you get a chance, go in there and take a look and listen what she has to say. Because what I do know about Chennedy Carter, I like Chennedy Carter. I like Chennedy Carter a lot. I win championships with Chennedy Carter. And the problem that Chennedy Carter had is she's just been on terrible teams since she's entered the league, right? And you get somebody that has a heart of a champion, right? So everybody can't have that heart, that says every night I go out, I'm gonna dig down deep and I play the game. Now the intangibles on Chennedy Carter that I really like, Chennedy Carter can go deep in the shot clock, right? You get down, that shot clock gets down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She can put the ball in the cup, right? Big time player. I really like her at the point guard. People say the two. I think she's really a one, and it just gives you a defender at the point guard spot, disruptor. And one thing I can tell you about Chennedy Carter that I really, really like, as I talk about a little about a few players in the free agency and what I got my eye on to see what they could do. I never hear her complain, right? I've never ever heard her complain. I heard her talk about Angel Reese and saying, "Hey, you know what? Me and Angel Reese don't have any problems, so I don't have a problem." Right? That's a good free agent. Other one I love. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. I mean, you're talking about DiJonai Carrington. DiJonai Carrington is wiping people's shot off the glass, right? Wiping people's shot off the glass. That's mean when you go get a layup, she is literally cleaning your clock, right? And the thing about her, it's just both of these players are just got what they call dog nasty, right? I call them dog nasty because they will dig down deep and disrupt you and beat on you and pound on you until they break your will, right? And you're looking at this now. You look at it from the coaches, right? I mean, because you're talking about Tyler Marsh, right? And Tyler Marsh, man, let me tell you something about Marsh. Tyler Marsh has got the pick of the litter, right? Tyler Marsh can have any player he wants in the WNBA. He's overloaded with requests. I can tell you that right now. I mean, you guys are talking about free agency. Who doesn't want to go to Chicago, right? I mean, you got some of the aces, and you got a lot of players that are trying to fit in there, right? And so they're moving on from Chennedy Carter, which I can understand. It's a different regime, right? And if you got a chance to get DiJonai Carrington, I mean, Tyler Marsh would be a great fit, right? And then, I mean, all day long, I'm 100% behind Lynn Roberts. I mean, you could have a second tour of duty with Chennedy Carter, and I'm telling you, Lynn, I can tell you right directly, Lynn, for the toughness that you like in a point guard, right? Because Lynn Roberts likes tough, tough, tough point guards, not average point guard. She wants the mentally tough ones that can really dig down deep on defense, right? You got to play defense. And then when it's time to go downhill, I mean, she wants that ball in there and she wants the shooters. And I mean, she wants an open paint, right? So you got somebody there I really like. Then another one I like Sidney Johnson taking over down there. I mean, these guys can coach. And when you get in there and you look at it, well, where do all these coaches come from? Well, I can tell you, Caitlin Clark's been a blessing, right? Because if you can't stop somebody, right, you got to bring in a new coach. And everybody says none of you guys that are currently coaching in the WNBA right now can stop Caitlin Clark. That was the deal, right? So you get Chicago says, hey, look, we're going after the Tyler, right? And when you go after the Tyler's a small spoken gentleman that he really doesn't even, I don't know if he raises his voice really, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's coming down to it. And folks, I'm just putting it out there that another player that I really like, and I struggle this. I hear a lot of people talk about who's the best, and if you scout it out and look at it, and I watched it in Unrivaled. Rennie Howard's got to be the best player in the WNBA. Rennie Howard can outright down you out. Now, here's what you got. You got an African American dark skinned player. Well, it doesn't fit the pigmentation look, right? Well, we know that, okay? The culture, right? But she's in Atlanta. But the deal is, there's nobody in the NBA can touch Rennie Howard. I mean, I've watched her does. You know what happens is here's the downside, right? You get ball players that are really good, like a Chennedy Carter, right? And it finally coming to fruition because she talked about. She says, "I got a meeting that's scheduled with the team." The person said, hey, would you come off the bench? Why would you ask Chennedy Carter to come off the bench? That's ridiculous, right? But the bottom line is this, folks. What I'm trying to say is Chennedy Carter is a big time player. He's played on bad teams, right? You got to look at that. And you got to go look at Rennie Howard, the best player in the WNBA, right? I mean, you match it up. I don't care if you play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, right? Rennie Howard on the right team is going to win a championship. But the thing is, you got in Atlanta, you got a dark space out there. And I don't know why. I mean, you got another player in Dallas, Enrique. That's a dark space, man. You got the best players in the league, right? And you look at that and you try to, I'm looking at it and saying, why are they hiding these players? It's almost like the WNBA players they don't want them to know they exist. But it's free agency, and Money Mike's going to call it like it is. I don't really sugarcoat it. I just tell you what I believe. And when I believe something, I'm going to put it out there. What I believe, Chennedy Carter, top free agent in the WNBA. This one you win a championship with. You got what Money Mike calls that dog nasty. That's right, dog nasty, right? So we're bringing it to you, but we just want to let you know that these players are on the move.